We live in an absolute golden age to be a shooter and gun owner. I know sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but we have access to a huge array of reliable, well-built, and relatively affordable firearms. New 9mm pistols are dropping every week, it seems. Carry pistols, duty pistols, competition pistols, new optics, triggers, you name it, and that's awesome. But as an exercise, I wanted to strip it back to basics and talk about a two-handgun concept. A combination of two guns that could cover all the bases a civilian firearms owner interested in concealed carry and self-defense would need, without compromising too much in either direction. I think the Glock 17 and 26 combo serves as an excellent pairing that will solve almost any issue a civilian might be confronted by. And if I wasn't such a hopeless gun nerd, this would probably be what I would pick for my two-pistol solution. This solution is basically old tech at this point. These are designs that have been around for decades, and this pair has no fancy gadgets or high-speed mods. Essentially, you have the Glock 17 for home defense, SHTF scenarios, range and competition use, and the Glock 26 for your daily concealed carry. But one of the things that makes this combo so great is that there's a good deal of overlap between the roles of each gun. You can get away with the G17 as a concealed carry piece, thousands of people carry full-size Glocks every day, and the Glock 26 is reliable, shootable, and adaptable enough to serve as a house gun. Before we get into the reasons that make this combo so great, let's lay out the basics. The Glock 17 is an OG. It will be coming up on its 50th birthday pretty soon, and has remained essentially the same for the entire time it's been around. Why? Because there's really no need to change it. It's the standard that all other striker-fired handguns is held to. You get a 17-round capacity and the ability to upscale capacity from there. Parts and holsters are everywhere. It's just hard to overstate how prolific the 17 has become. This is a 5th generation 17, and it's completely stock except for some Trijicon HD sights and some crude stippling for my support hand thumb on the frame. It also spends a good amount of time with the Streamlight TLR1 HL on it, which I've had forever and has served very well. The Glock 26 is known as the baby Glock, and has also been around for decades. It's basically a shrunken Glock 17. The barrel and grip are shortened, and it has a 10-round factory capacity. But like the 17, we can upscale from there. The single-stack slimline guns are all the rage these days, but in my opinion, the G26 just shoots better. It's pretty chunky, and I have small hands, so in theory a Glock 48 or 43X should fit me better. And I will say they do feel better for me in the hand, but my targets don't lie, and I absolutely shoot the 26 better than any other small 9mm. It's a small gun that shoots like a big gun, and it's just as reliable as its bigger brothers the 17 and 19, since it's basically the exact same design with some inches taken off either end of the gun. It even shares most of the same parts. So what makes this combo so great? You get two different but similar guns that can cover multiple use cases. As outlined before, the G17 can handle nightstand or home defense duties, range and competition, or serve as a sidearm in your prepared citizen loadout, while the G26 is compact enough to make an excellent concealed belt gun. I've carried this Gen 5 and a trusty Gen 4 for years as a 5'8", 165-pound guy, typically appendix in a JM custom Kydex holster, and it carries very easily while still being a very shootable and reliable defensive tool. Each gun can fill in for the role of the other, too. Concealing the G17 is a hassle for a smaller guy like myself, but I've done it many times, especially in colder months when I'm layered up. Conversely, the G26 shoots well enough that it could serve in the roles the G17 would typically fill, at least for me. Obviously, the lack of light mounting options could be an issue, but I don't think a light is a necessity for a house gun like many folks do. Since these guns are similar, any training you do on either one is going to translate into your shooting with both. No relearning presentations or trigger pulls, no difference in trigger reach, and you can set them up with the same sights and just have consistency between the two, which in my mind will ultimately make you a better shooter. And isn't that kind of the goal? Being able to share magazines at least one way, with the G26 able to take the magazines of the 17, is a huge advantage, especially if you are of a preparedness mindset. Stocking up is easy, factory mags are not too expensive, and Magpul makes Glock family mags that are very affordable and in my experience have run great. Not overcomplicating stuff is huge, and this system is anything but complicated. Along with mags, they can share holsters, with the G26 being able to fit in 17 length holsters, which I actually prefer anyways in a concealed carry context, as the extra length helps the gun from tipping out over the belt. I've never had any issue with either of these pistols. I don't even know what the round count is at this point. It's a lot, and maintenance and cleaning has been very minimal. They just run, and at this point I just expect any 9mm Glock to run great out of the box, which I don't accept as a given with most pistol manufacturers. So that's my hypothetical 2-pistol combo. Let me know what your combo is in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.